Welcome to Frequently Asked Questions with Attorney Melbourne, the Bankruptcy Edition, where we break down bankruptcy, credit, and financial recovery in simple terms. This is episode 6. If you've seen any of the ones before this or any of the other videos, the goal of these videos is to answer some of the most commonly asked questions that I get and going over the details of it. Maybe and hoping this can help. So, for today's episode, we're going to talk about the biggest mistakes I see before people file bankruptcy. Believe it or not, many people, especially when we have AI and Google and all these things and social media, a lot of people go and get some information before considering filing bankruptcy. And that's fair. You want to know what you're really getting into, right? But I like to say you want to be careful of who you're talking to or who you're listening to when you're getting this advice, because many people call and they call with the expectation that they already understand everything and that they only have a few questions. And a lot of times I'm left to change the narrative or the thought that they had from the research they completed. So one of the biggest mistakes is getting information about bankruptcy from the wrong person. If that person is not a bankruptcy attorney, you want to take that information with a grain of salt. When you do meet with the bankruptcy attorney, ask them the same questions or similar questions that you saw online that made you go, I want to file, or I don't want to file because I'm scared because blah, 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 blah. This happens so much it's unreal because social media moves faster than we can as human beings. As a result of that, there's a lot of questionable information online. Like, for example, you want to make sure you are looking, so many people want to qualify for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, right? Because they've heard, you can waive all of the debts that you owe. Okay. However, you want to make sure you qualify for a Chapter 7. And I think that's a part of the disconnect that's happening because many people don't actually qualify. A bankruptcy attorney's job is not to, well, at least my job, is not to just put you into bankruptcy. No. The goal is to see if bankruptcy actually works for you and make an assessment of that. Most bankruptcy attorneys actually offer consultations for free. So it's really important for you to go and ask, do I qualify for a Chapter 7? Don't call me talking about I want to file Chapter 7 because I know this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it because I did my research. False. Who are you talking to? Why don't we start with the basic questions to make sure you qualify for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy and make sure that you're getting the information correctly. Because here's the thing, a lot of people are starting to file bankruptcy on their own, whether that's because AI help, Google help, Prepare help, everybody helping but a bankruptcy attorney. You want to be very careful you're playing this game correctly, because if you're playing it wrong, you actually can lose your house, your car, your kids, and your dog messing around with bankruptcy without understanding the rules truly and how it works and how it can apply to your situation. So some of the biggest mistakes I have found is people are getting advice from wrong people. People are believing that they can file bankruptcy on their own and falling into traps and possibly losing stuff on their own, and simply not understanding the rules on how to play this game. Please also understand there's a story out there that a Chapter 13 is the worst scenario ever. Boss. Chapter 13 is actually one of the better ideas to file in bankruptcy, again, if you qualify. But please understand that in most courts are only going to allow you to file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy with an attorney. So if you attempt to file this case on your own, likely the court is going to summon you to come to court and explain why you believe that you qualify to file a Chapter 13 on your own. And if you don't qualify, they're going to give you an opportunity to go find an attorney and figure it out fast, because if you don't understand the rules and the laws, you can have a negative effect in a bankruptcy by not understanding how it works. So my best advice for you is, when you start considering filing bankruptcy, just call a bankruptcy attorney and get a free consultation. It's free. Just like how you scrolling on social media for free and reading and reviewing and watching these videos by people that's not bankruptcy attorneys, I need you to call a bankruptcy attorney, get you some answers for real, because a bankruptcy is based on a case-by-case basis. And not everyone has the same cookie-cutter concept that you're looking at, and it's important for you to understand the rules of engagement. My name is Attorney Shakeena Melbourne, and I hope this helped.